All right. Well, there's a lot of feminine energy in your chart, Leo, coming up here towards the end of December. We have the Empress and we have the High Priestess. And to me, both of these cards represent feminine energy. Of course, the Empress is the archetypal mother figure. She's getting ready to have birth, either birth of a baby or birth of a new idea. So if that's you, if you are pregnant or you're someone important to you is pregnant, that might be coming up in the second half of December towards Christmas. Wouldn't that be fun? A Christmas baby or Happy New Year's baby. The interesting card beside this, they're both major arcana cards. And this is the High Priestess. She's the most psychic woman in the deck. She's very in tune to herself and what she needs to do. She really doesn't look on the outside too much. She just knows that, the ebb and tide of life. She understands that. She's emotionally intelligent. And I'm feeling like for you guys, this card represents the essence of being this High Priestess, this emotionally intelligent, psychic, intuitive woman, creative woman. Both of them would be, right? Both of them represent feminine energy, and I'm not leaving out the guys here in this video at all. I'm just saying this is what's coming up for the end of December. I have a little bit of Venus going on. Maybe some of you a new love relationship, feeling your drive, feeling happy, free. Just for some of you guys, I feel like Leo, that you'll feel that way. A sense of freedom, a sense of joy, a sense of opportunity. Let's see what the second half of December brings. Well, now we have the men. Well, no, we have one woman, sorry. We have the King of Cups, which is usually a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio water sign, sun, moon, or rising. Then we have the Queen of Swords. Lots of people energy, let's just say that. The swords represent the air signs, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. So we have the King of one, which could also be a woman, and then we have the Queen of another, which could also be a man. I was talking about love earlier. Some of you may be falling in love with one of the water signs. And it's interesting, too, how we have this very... what I want to call the High Priestess. She's very much in her own skin. Then we have this under her, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords is decisive, intelligent, analytical. She cuts through the air. She doesn't pull any punches. She may seem sharp-tongued at times, but she means well, So... yeah, you all just have some energies of, here we have this is love and birth and maybe a new birth of a project going on for some of you that you're excited about. This could be in a relationship with someone else. Then we have the more studied, adamant, focused side here. And this Queen of Swords is... what I am noticing this time more than ever is she's holding her hand out. So she's open to, it feels like she's open to any changes that you want to make in whatever work you're doing. Whether this is a boss or a team worker, team co-worker, someone that you're dealing with, the higher up in authority that you're wanting to make suggestions. I feel like she's open to that. Let's see what these two transition cards are. Oh, I already see this one. Okay. Well, the transformation card is what I call it. And honestly, quite honestly, this card has been coming up a little. I don't know if it has in this particular video series. I'm about halfway done, but in the last one. So I feel like as a whole, the human race is transforming. It's, called the Devil card, another major arcana. 1, 2, 3. A lot of universal and life changes and experiences for you guys, Leo. So I would ask you, what changes are taking place in your life? What is it that's making your heart happy or not happy? And what are you going to do about those changes? How are you going to handle those? Let's see what this card is. Wow, 2 interesting cards that come up for the transition cards, clarification cards, transition rather. Okay, now we have the 5 of Pentacles. So it's like this person who has had money problems, health problems, felt left out in the cold. But as you can see, they're getting support from this woman who's helping them move forward. Interesting clarifications coming from this very feminine energy into this loving, decisive energy. So it may have been for some of you all that you've had some situations, relationships that have been tough. This could be a male-female figure, to whatever the relationship is. This could be feeling bound to work. Even though you're making good money, it's like, oh man, I have to go in there again, and I hate this job, but it pays the bills. Bound to a relationship. You went out of a relationship, or you have wanted out. There might be that some of you are meeting this King of Cups. This might be a new open door for you to meet someone that's very loving, very nurturing. Let me move it up. Sorry. I hope you all have been able to see this. I'm looking down at the cards. Here's the King of Cups. Very loving, nurturing. This could also represent a doctor or a healer, someone of that nature. And so it may be that if any of you all have had health problems, that you've gotten help from this. This might be a doctor or healer. Reiki, chiropractic, acupuncture, any type of holistic or medicine person. And maybe this, it could be that you are just becoming more clear-headed with this Queen of Swords. This could be you, especially if it's your rising or moon sign. Because she's a clear-headed woman. And so is the High Priestess. All right, so let's take a look in the crystal and see what's up for Leo for mid-December through mid-January. What's up for Leo? For some of the signs, it's been very clear, and for others, it's the visuals have been very clear. For others, the whole crystal has been clear, and the visuals haven't been as pronounced. And that's sort of what it's like with you, Leo. Let's see what am I getting here. Well, I am seeing a visual of shattered glass, and below that is a rainbow of colors. So, that might mean a couple things. Yes, it could mean that you shatter some glass, you break some glass, you might be a sliding glass door. Hopefully not. Be careful. Be careful in the car. But, it might be also, sometimes when I see the shattered glass, it could be a breakthrough. Think about that. What are you breaking through? Are you breaking through your spirituality, your relationships, your career, new momentum? That might be for some of you. Let's see if there's anything else for Leo. I see some of you purchasing a new home. And excited about it. Some of you will have landscaping to do, and I don't think this is the time of year that you do that, depending on where you are in the world. But it will be coming up, and some of you will be purchasing homes that it's like your comfort zone. You're excited about it. It's new. It's something you've wanted for a long time. It's not necessarily huge. It's just a nice, comfortable home. For some of you, it may feel like your mansion. For others of you, it may feel like a tiny home. I'm just saying that's coming up for some Leos. Let me see if I can get any chakra colors for Leo. Well, the first and the seventh. So the first is about staying grounded. It's the first chakra is located at the base of the spine. It has to do with us feeling secure about money, finances, just secure in our material world. The seventh chakra has to do with, it's on top of the crown of your head, of course, and has to do with anything psychic or intuitive, and that would be this woman. And do I have a grounding chakra? I do not on the table right now, but that would either be a black or a red crystal. So if any of you guys are into crystals, so it's interesting how nothing in between came up. And some of you may be working on your heart chakra or your third solar plex. I'm just saying the first and the seventh are what is coming up for you, Leo. And that could be because the first is so very important to receiving the seventh chakra intuition. If we're not grounded, then the other chakras just don't make as much difference because we need to be grounded first. We are here on planet Earth and we need to have our feet on the ground, then open up that seventh chakra to insights and intuition. Interesting. Okay, let me go ahead and count the cards, or count the number rather. Okay, and so we have 3. Both of these, this is 3 and this is the second one of the major arcanas. 3 and 2 is 5. And then we have 15, so that's 20, 21, 26, 27. 2 and 7 is 9. And 9 in numerology is all about completion, endings, and being okay with that and seeing that these endings are for the best, for your total divine transformation. And that's, I'm sorry, I don't mean to talk away from the camera. That's possibly what this particular card here means, that you're coming out of the abyss feeling, possibly, and going into a new transformation. And the 9 card of the major arcana is the Hermit card. And the Hermit card comes up when we need to look at our own path. You know, it's the card, if you remember, it's the wise guy with the long beard, and he's holding the lantern. It's at night, and he's looking for a clear path. He could be a college professor. He could be a teacher, a wise person, like I said, a therapist, a counselor. You know, that kind of came up a little bit here. So if any of you guys are a therapist or a counselor, or you do... or if you're a professor, any of that type of work, it could mean you, or it could mean that you're seeking that type of wisdom.